Passage 4, question 44th. Let's understand the passage first. In the passage, we are saying that rich countries are very far from raising the funds they promise to help poor countries fight climate change. That means they are not contributing their funds. Then, after a few lines, it says that this fund will be used for such and such purposes, obviously, which are related with the climate change. Some of the key players in 183 countries taking part in the negotiations, and two of the world's biggest carbon polluters, India and China, they are frustrated with rich countries' failure to come up with a clear plan for raising the cash to fight climate change. That means they are not providing funds. The rich countries are not providing funds. By some estimate, there is less than $20 billion a year in public finance making its way to developing countries for climate action. So, there is a widespread recognition that rich countries will need to help developing countries, which did the least to cause climate change, but will suffer the most severe consequences. That means, from the last line, I can safely say that these are the rich countries which have actually spoiled the climate. So, these are responsible for the climate change, primarily responsible for the climate change. With this, let's move to the question. So we are supposed to find which is the funding are causing frustration in some of the countries, which is India and China primarily. The first one says greenhouse gas emissions, sea level rise, extreme weather, and other consequences of climate change are becoming hard for them to handle. Therefore, they are getting frustrated. That is what been given in the passage as well. That's what we have discussed. So that's a big issue, which these countries would require rich countries to help in developing countries in fighting it. So my first statement is a correct one. Let me check second. They are the biggest reason for climate change. Now, talking about are they the biggest reason for climate change or not is wrong, because it says the developing countries who are frustrated are not the cause of global warming. Rather, rich countries caused it. So, these frustrating countries, they are the biggest reason for climate change? No, they are not the biggest reason. But third statement, the rich countries' failure to come up with a clear plan for raising the cash to fight climate change. This is what categorically been mentioned in there. Hence, I can take third statement to be as correct. First was correct, third is correct. The answer for question 44th should be C, which is 1 and 3 only. Biggest.